What's going on, guys? Today's video is going to be something that a ton of you have asked me questions on, and that's going to be how to install your Ferro Concepts bungee kit to a front flap or a kangaroo insert or pretty much anything they sell that holds 5.56 mags. They all use kind of the same kit with some shock cord and then the really nice S&S pull tabs. So before we get into this, if you guys have anything like this video that you want to see, like how to set something up, feel free to leave it down below. I'd be happy to make a video on it. That's what I want to do for you guys. As always, thank you guys for all the support. You guys are crushing it. If you could leave a like and subscribe down below, really appreciate it. Helps get my videos out there to newer people. But let's jump right into this. All right, so my recommendation when you're setting this up is take your front flap off and sit down at a table. Makes it so much easier to work on than trying to fight around your plate carrier and whatnot. So Ferro is going to provide you 3 or 1 or 2 depending on what insert you get, but they're going to provide you with enough shock cord pre-cut to your insert and then the correct amount of S&S pull tabs. Really like these guys. I've said it a million times before. If I'm going to be using over-the-top bungees, I want the S&S pull tabs. I don't use them personally, but I do like that they include them. So getting right into it, take your piece of elastic cord, run it through the top front loop of whatever insert you're doing this for, and then take your S&S pull tab and just make sure you don't cross your pieces of shock cord. All right, so once you get the S&S pull tab on, just kind of fold the ends of the elastic over just so that you have inserted the S&S pull tab the correct way. Obviously, you want this actual pull tab with the nipple facing upwards. From there, my recommendation on something like this tear flap is take some sort of object like a 2.5 Husky Allen key or something long enough that it's not too big to get into the pre-cut slits on the back of the flap. As you can see here, Ferro Concepts does include that behind every single one of your magazine inserts. I know it's kind of hard to see, and some people were like, how do I hook this up if I only have one loop? So that's how you do it. All right, so going from here, what I like to do is I like to even out the shock cord, make sure everything's pretty close. It doesn't have to be perfect, just get everything as close as you can, and then take one end of the shock cord and run it through the slit they provide you with. That's where this Allen key comes in hand. It helps hold that kind of slit open for you so that you can then pull it through. You can make some adjustments, and then what I'll do is I'll take a P-mag, GI mag, whatever, it doesn't really matter. For this one, we'll do a GI mag. This P-mag's a little bit hard to get in there. Take it in through the side here, stuff it down in the pocket. Just be sure you don't lose the piece of shock cord you weave through the back down below the magazine. Then take the excess, pull it tight, size everything up just like this, then go ahead and remove your magazine, and there you have kind of a rough guesstimate. And then I like to take just a little bit more out of it on each side, something just like that. And then all I do is tie the excess into some sort of knot. I'm just doing this loosely just for the sake of this video. Again, I personally don't like running over the top mag bungees, so tie your knot off to one side just like that, and then cut the ends, fuse the ends, and then what you can do is pull the knot back through the slit that Ferro provides you with. And then before you do that, I would recommend that you test fit everything, make sure all your tensioning is correct and everything fits nice and tight inside your pouch. As you can see here, mine is a little loose, so I just go back in and tighten it up. So that's how you do it. If you guys have any questions, feel free, leave them down below. And as always, thank you guys for watching.